he's a walk-in commercial, so he doesn't need the commercial. And we're going to jump right into it. He's John Rondi, and he's representing Stunited.
So I was in my dorm last year. It was like 12 o'clock at night, and I'm up writing this English paper. And at this point, I'm struggling. You know, it has to be 5 pages and not 3, and I'm not a strong writer. So I'm desperate for help right now. So I called my friend from across the hall, and she was a comp major. And I explained to her the situation I was in. I said, you know, I'm up right now. I could use your help. And she said to me, John, I would love to help you, but I'm up struggling with my calc homework right now. And I explained to her how I was in calc as a senior in high school. I could probably help her out.
You guys hear me over here? All right.
You guys hear me now? All right, cool. So yeah, long story short, I was struggling with my paper, needed help in it. Called my friend. She was struggling with my calc homework. I said, I'll come over to help you out. I looked at her calc homework. It took me like several minutes, and walked her through step by step what I did. And she was excited, so she took my essay, kind of started proofreading and revising parts of the essay, and came up with a conclusion. This went on that the entire night. It worked so well for us that it went on for several weeks that we continued this process. And it wasn't long until I expanded this to other students. I was part of my skill set for helping that specific comp class. I loved this idea so much that I proposed to my friends to see how they felt. I asked them, what if there was a way, a platform for students to connect based on their academic skill set? And they loved the idea. For several minutes we talked about it, and that was pretty much the end of it. But in my mind, I knew it wasn't the end. I knew I had to commit to this. I'm John Rondi. I'm a junior here at Rowan University. I'm a finance major, and I'm the creator of Stunited. Our vision is Stunited intends to become a platform that establishes a global community for students seeking to be matched with other students. So after talking to my friends, I conducted a real survey of 100 students from 35 different colleges. And I asked them 2 questions. One, would you give help to get help in regards to academics? And 93% of them said yes. So I was happy with that, and I said, second question, when dealing with a struggling assignment or homework or whatever it may be, would you reach out to a student or pay a professional tutor? And 84% of them said they'd rather reach out to another student. And that's when I knew I had something. That's when I knew I wasn't the only one. So students can lack 3 things in college, which is time, money, and knowledge, which is why we're here. We've identified and are solving an important need in information exchange and academic help. The solution, therefore, has to be a way for us to share knowledge at any time, all for free. And that's where Stunited comes in. Stunited is a way for students to unite based on their academic skill set. So, well, that didn't work, but I'll walk through the app. So, I'm going to start with register. I'm John Rondi, my email, my password. Attend Rowan University, graduate 2018, my major is finance. I'll fill this out with my strengths of business core, finance, accounting, maybe throw in some mathematics. My needs column, I'm going to fill it out with that comp class. So communications, I'm going to write in 5-page English paper due at 12 o'clock tomorrow. Now my profile's complete. I'm ready to start matching. This isn't like lined up, so you can't really. So now I'm going to get a card stack of students that relate to my skill set. On the ones I like, I'll swipe right. The ones I dislike, I'll swipe left. Now, on the ones I like, they'll be in my connections, where I can private message every single one of them to discuss further details of what needs to be done. Now, once that's complete, the process is over, and I'm ready to start all over again. And that's it. It's quick, it's easy, and it's efficient. So after researching different competitions, seeing if there was a platform out there that was similar, what I came across was not necessarily competition, but existing options. The tutoring service is a $7 billion industry, which is in its own. Chegg is a great website to find your books that you need online. It gives you the answers in the back of the book. Tutory is a double platform app where you can sign as a tutor, sign as a student, find tutors within your area. Like Learning Center, again, another tutoring service. So again, we have our advantages over these. We are free. We're easy to use. We're user incentive, as in you give to get. The platform functionality is recognizable with the swiping right and swiping left, resembles a dating app. The relatable connections, as in you're connected to another student, as opposed to dealing with, a tutor that's older than you, doesn't really relate to you in the same ways. And in my opinion, what helps us stand out the most is the instant connections. It's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're struggling to write an English paper. You can't call a tutor right now. You can't necessarily find the answer online. What you can do is hit up Stunited, swipe right on as many profiles as needed until someone's up and willing to help you. So again, that's why I feel like we stand out the most. And now we started developing August 16, and we should be done soon. You really can't see any of that. All right, well that's like, there you go. So that's where we are right now. We should be done soon. We trademarked the idea and name. We did hire a marketing team. We created a website. We've established ourselves on social media. We just recently formed an LLC about a couple of days ago, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, like I said, app development should be done within the next couple of weeks, just fixing a few things. As of fall 2016, there was an estimated 20.5 million students enrolled in colleges in America. At Rowan alone, which is our target market, there was an all-time high of 16,155 students, which is only 0.07% of the market. Our marketing strategy is, we had to deal with a couple different changes, but right now is a more hands-on approach, and I want to engage our user base. I want to truly understand and know what their feedback is, and since it's so controllable, I can go literally to someone's dorm if they have a problem with the app. I can ask them one-on-one what they're having difficulties with and what they want to see instead. So that's why I feel like I want to engage this user base first, attract them, and then move on. We're going to have a presence online. Again, this is our main focus. We're going to have promotional events. Everything's going to have sponsored by Stunited on it. Regardless if it has the message of what Stunited is, it's going to create that interest. If people are seeing it on t-shirts, posters, and sweatpants, whatever it may be, they're going to be interested to know more about it. So again, that's my approach going on. Business model is pretty simple, and I'm basing it off of an app like Tinder, which is a dating app. Not saying that our app is similar, but the business model is. Tinder didn't have a revenue model for the first 2 years of business. And hate it or love it, they're a $1 billion app at this point. What they focused on the first 2 years was engaging a user base, a large user base, but not only large, loyal. The users that would come back and tell your friends and use it continuously. So when they add in those in-app purchases and advertisements, the users weren't phased, they continued to use it. So again, that's my approach. I want to establish a large user base of students that are engaging and using this app, truly using it and telling their friends about it and enjoying it. Once that's established, I will then add in my in-app advertisement, in-app purchases. Similar to that, the Stunited Plus, where you get exclusive tutoring or promotional codes for coupons on local stores, whatever it may be. That's my goal. That's my objective at this point. So we're trying to attract investors, possibly sell the app, or in my opinion, what I would rather do is to scale this to an app that's used globally. So again, I'm trying to create a community for students to help each other. I know when I've mastered a skill or a class, when I can teach it to somebody else. I didn't just get an A on a test, multiple choice. I was able to truly understand that much that I can help someone else with it. So they're not only gaining the knowledge, I'm gaining the confidence to know, yeah, I truly know the subject. So again, that's what we're doing. We're creating a community of students helping students. Winning this competition, not only cash prize would be great, go right towards marketing. The professional help would be awesome for me going forward, but the reputation of the app as a whole, now winning a competition like this, again, it's like that attracting interest part. They may not know what Stunited is, but to hear we just won the startup competition, that's automatically creating interest. So I can post that on social media everywhere, post it around campus. So again, that's where I feel like I'm going to leverage the most from this. So guys, thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it, and I'm willing to answer any questions you guys have.
Theme going on regarding financials.
Yep.
Your first year, you have administrative expenses of $42,570.
That's what we spent, yeah.
Can you please itemize
What was that down?
Yeah, what was covered in that $42,000?
Okay, yeah, so we spend on development fees probably about that much. We spend, no, as of right now, we probably spend about $35,000 on development, and then the rest went to marketing. Kind of a failed marketing campaign. We had to cover costs for that. I expensed everything, so I expensed my travel expenses, my gas, the tolls, so everything goes into that $42,000.
Well, you have marketing as a separate itemized item of $14,500.
Okay, yes, okay, sorry. So yeah, that's all been, and we have one more payment on our development base. So that's all gone towards development. Like I said, anything that had to do with development, travel base, and things like that. So that's everything.
Are you taking any salary?
No.
And you say you had a number of expenses now, are you paying for them yourself?
I funded about $30,000 into it myself, and I've got the help from family to fund the rest of it, but yeah, moving forward, I'm going to use my own money.
You have a nice family.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where I'm trying to attract investors in that sense too.
Okay, thank you.
Overall, very nice presentation, and like the model. Number of questions and comments.
Sure.
Obviously, Facebook started in the college markets to penetrate that way and get a good user base. Your particular problem is two-sided markets, supply and demand. Two-sided markets are notoriously hard to grow. So how do you get over that problem?
What do you mean by two-sided market?
Well, you need supply and demand. You need
Like
students looking and students getting.
Right, so I feel like students are one of two things, whether they're desperately poor and need to make money, which comes in from being a tutor and helping other students on the app, or they're so desperate to find help that they're going to do whatever it takes. So that comes in where I want to help because I want help, is that user incentive type thing, or because I desperately need something else in return. So that's going to kind of drive this double market thing as you kind of explained.
Yeah. So, I mean, you mentioned volunteering, and you also just mentioned money. Obviously, that's important. The second you introduce money, the revenue model becomes easy, right? Because you take a toll on that.
Right.
Who are the real customers if there becomes a monetary exchange?
So now, if my goal is to, kind of following up, like I said, like the Tinder model, is to have about 15 to 20% of our users on the Stunited Plus. So in that case, which is the numbers I gave you guys, I would be able to expense over $100,000 on tutors. And in that case, that's kind of like a different set of like then the free app is kind of a little set differently than the paid app. That's more of a tutor to student base, or whatever it may be. You can still use. You can pay for the month. The next month use the free app. So again, that's kind of like a separate thing in its own. I guess the free app is a way for your students to connect, and we're establishing that community and getting them on the app.
Yep. So, and I think your answer to the two-sided market was allow people to earn. Then you have to figure out where the money comes from, and I would argue the customer perhaps is parents of the students who want their students to succeed.
Right. Yeah. And it's not even money. If like I said, I need something done that I don't want to do it, or can't do it, can't figure it out, but I know how to do something else, I can borrow my skill set in exchange for helping that. So again, that's why I feel like it doesn't have to do with money. It doesn't have to relate to that, but it can if the student wants to.
Good. Last question. Obviously, comparing this to, again, like another common app model, just Uber or Lyft, or
right.
those rating system, how would you incorporate that into?
So before pre-development, we had a rating system. We had a date field for when, let's say I had an assignment due X day. I could put it in the date field when it is, and it would be kind of a calendar. These things we had to take out because of budget, which as soon as we had the money, had the funding, would go right back in. Yeah, the rating system would be kind of essential to this, because if I'm a liar and I'm not as smart as I'm saying I am, how is anyone gonna know? So we're gonna have where you end the session. It's kind of like how Uber does. Like how do you want to rate this? You rate it 1 through 5 stars, and you can take available or improper, whatever it may be. We're gonna have some selections. Yeah, so that's how we're gonna go.
Right. Yeah. I think that's an opportunity, as well as the more in demand you are in a particular subject, perhaps maybe you're paid instead of free, or whatever else it is. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
Is this expanding to other campuses, or just?
Yeah, yeah. Right. So we're gonna have exposure on the internet. It's very expensive to market online, and I don't really necessarily have that money right now. So I'm engaging this user base, like I said, first. And again, there's 500,000 students estimated in New Jersey. If I can get a fifth of those kids, that's what my projected numbers were in year 3. So that's my goal. My goal, obviously, with this whole thing is to reach out to every student in the world, but that can't happen unless we establish something first here, and then I can kind of expand like that.
Right, and it's difficult to expand on campuses. I've seen several different businesses that do that.
Right.
I mean, it actually requires presence there. It actually requires a lot of different things. So when do you see yourself? How many years out going to campuses?
So I mean, we plan to launch. We wanted to launch this semester, but it's probably not going to happen. We'll probably have to launch next semester. So this semester is going to be used for, gaining feedback and really promoting, getting like emails, things like that. So I want to take next semester. I'm commuting next semester just for this app. So I'm up in North Jersey. So I'm going to be coming down here, once or twice a week to really engage this and I'm establishing this Rowan University. I'm gonna have, I have friends. I'm gonna have kind of sales reps here, as I will call them, kind of promoting the app themselves. So once that's established where I feel like enough students know about it here, I'll then expand. I live, 20 minutes away from three different colleges, so I can hit those. I mean, I have friends pretty much everywhere up in North Jersey, so I can kind of use, like I said, that sales rep, and pay, maybe not even pay, just to promote the idea and spread word of mouth. Because I feel like students would rather hear this from another student as opposed to me selling them something. They want to hear that it's a great idea. Yeah, we tried that one. It's a free app, so why not try to download it? I have the app here if you guys want to see it.
John, quick question. Can you tell me a little bit about your lessons learned? You mentioned you had some failed marketing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. All right.
So talk to me about that.
I literally typed in on Google like best marketing teams in America, and I found like a list, and I went through like several different. And I got a lot of salesmen who were really cool and really excited. Yeah, we should whatever. So I found it down to one, and I was really happy with the salesman. He was promoting this, and he gave me a whole outline of what they were going to do. And then as soon as I signed the contract, he was gone. And I had this marketing team that gave me very templated, and wasn't creative at all. It was very just throw it out there to the internet and hope it hits. And I was ending up proofreading everything they were giving me. So I was like, what? You should actually be paying me. What are you guys doing for me? So I kind of cut my costs at 2 months. I was like, this is going to work. I'm dealing with another startup consultant now, and we're kind of engaging it and working on it a different way. We're going to have still, like I said, a different approach online with bloggers and really organically marketing this.
And have you did any research in terms of providing some of your user information or user demographic information to marketing firms?
Yeah, so like I said, so the one thing that they gave me was a marketing outline of demographics of what points they hit and where. So I do have a whole outline.
No, I mean like once users start using your information,
Right.
other companies would be very interested in maybe getting some insight into that
Right,
data,
and
which
I
would
feel
be
like-
very valuable.
Yeah, and that was my fault as well. The problem was I didn't know what kind of information I'm going to get until it's out there. But yeah, that was my interest as well, like attracting different companies that could be interested in my data. So again, I kind of have to wait and see which companies are interested and how to approach that. But again, that was my thought process as well.
Thank you.
Final feedback?
Yeah, like you said, overall, it's an interesting idea. Online marketing happens to be my specialty, and I've been in it for quite some time. If you look back at Facebook, I don't think they spent any money originally joining users. So I would just challenge your assumption that online marketing has to be expensive. Paid marketing certainly is, but I think Facebook is your friend here, particularly with sharing features for publicizing the need to find a tutor, and also the reciprocal, the tutor looking to tutor people. I mean, all their college friends are going to be friends with them on Facebook, so certainly use that to your advantage. I think that will be your number one acquisition channel. Offline to online is very, very difficult, but I think you should supplement that as well. The other thing to consider is that the Tinder model is great, but the time on app is actually very, very hot because you're actually using the app consistently. Therefore, ad revenue becomes an option. I don't think you're going to have an opportunity here to get a lot of time on the app. It's just not with the model. It's very limited time on the app, so you're going to have to pursue other models for revenue.
Thank you.
I like the fact that you do some surveys and interactive with the students to get their input as far as what they like, what they didn't like. I like that very much, and I think you know your product very well.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And I'd also like to recommend maybe if you could consider some related yet other vertical marketing opportunities. For example, maybe a reverse mentoring app, where maybe like an elderly person may have a question about how to use their iPhone, but maybe they were a former president of the company. So I think you may have some options there as well.
Sure. Thank you.
Round of applause.